Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 140 alongside John Jones, who just defeated Lyoto Machida tonight. And John, congratulations on another fantastic performance. How frustrated were you in the first round with Machida?
I wasn't that frustrated. It was more, it was a figuring out process. I've never fought on anybody with Lyoto's speed and agility, and it just his awkwardness. He has a complete different style that I respect a lot. So I knew he was smart and somebody that would study to a level to try to find some type of openings, which he ended up finding an opening. I predicted that he would have all straight punches, and I trained to counter and defend against all straight punches, and he ended up catching me with some type of hook. Yeah, it was great. I definitely think I've learned a lot, and I'm going to learn from my mistakes and work on my defense.
Is that the toughest fight of your career?
I think it's safe to say it's the toughest fight since I've learned how to fight. My UFC debut was pretty tough, only because I was actually engaged in a really tough fight, and I didn't really have tactics or have philosophy. Now I have tactics, I have philosophy. I feel as if I'm a seasoned fighter. I know what I'm doing, and I still went through a pretty strong fight. So I think it's safe to say that it's the toughest fight since I've known how to fight.
What did your corner tell you going into the second round about how to sort of negate his style?
They told me to use my punches. I've been working a lot of boxing. I have the longest reach, and I tend to kick a lot. So this fight, I was really looking to use my boxing, but the southpaw and the movement of Lyoto really threw me off a lot. So he told me, "Hey, John, listen, that was a closer round, but you won the round. Don't be afraid to use your takedowns, and work that jab." My coach Winkle John, he calls it the JJ jab, because he knows how much I look up to Muhammad Ali, and he thinks one day I can have a jab that's better. Once I start to flow, it really, really snaps, and it's fast and it's long. So he said, use that jab, John. Don't be afraid to use it, and don't be afraid to set up some takedowns. So that's what they told me. They just said, stay calm, stay relaxed. You don't need to win every round. Just keep playing the game.
When you opened him up with the cut, did you think that was the beginning of the end?
When I opened him up with the cut, my confidence level went to a whole different level. I was like, oh yeah, you're bleeding, and now let's play this game. It was almost like, I look up to Lyoto a lot. I think he's awesome. He was the champ when I joined the UFC, so he always had a mystique about him to me. So once I seen him bleed, it really humanized him big time.
How'd you set up that choke? That was one of the more impressive moments of your career.
All right, I'll show you. So what you do is you grab it here, and you okay?
I'm great.
Right.
That felt great.
Cool.
And then you just walked away like ain't no thing. Like it felt like you had a little swag in your step when you walked away there. Just let him fall to the ground.
Hey, it was a good fight, and I'm just grateful that I won it.
When do you think we'll see you back?
I'll probably ask the UFC to let me take off at least 5 months. But if they want me to fight sooner, I'm sure I'll suck it up and get back to work.
Okay, final question. An unbelievable year for you. It's almost unimaginable. Probably the greatest year in UFC history. Can you put into words what this year has meant to you, and how happy are you to finally put this year behind you, especially because you had to come back so soon after the Rampage win?
This year symbolized the power of the mind and the power of intentions and the power of setting goals. I set a goal, despite who the opponent was. I set a goal to be the champion of 2011 and to finish every fight in 2011, and I achieved the goal. So the mind's a beautiful thing, and hopefully I can inspire someone else to go for it, to set a goal. Maybe it's a goal that seems unrealistic, but set one and go for it and believe in it and see what happens.
Congrats, John.
Make it happen.
Right. Woody Allen would be proud. You showed up tonight. That was 80%. You had it right after that.
That was 100%, Ariel.
That's true. Congrats, John.
Thanks.